It's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TMPS. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis a few days ago, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. So let's get some things updated as I'll play the role of Captain Obvious here. Price made a very, very nice movement today. So the first thing I'm going to do is some house cleaning, just get rid of these lines here and here. Sure, they still pertain, but they're not relevant, and from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to have lines all over the place and risk causing clutter and confusion, so just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. So first update, though, comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So for those of you that did watch the video, the last time I did it, hopefully you remember me talking about 45 cents as resistance, but when that resistance was broken, you can see a classic example here of the pattern breakout and a nice breakout with continuation. So 45 cents, though, is now the newest area of support. An ideal level of support when you hit Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest going forward? If right here at 55 cents can continue to hold as support, that would be a great sign of strength. Now, don't get me wrong. If the price falls below it, by no means am I saying the entire chart's ruined or anything like that. But yeah, if the price can manage to stay above 55 cents, that would be a huge sign of power on the bull's part. But taking a step back, maybe we're thinking, Clay, look, I just care about the big picture of things. I just want to know, how do I measure the health of the move? This right here, the blue arrow defining, quote unquote, the move. How do I gauge the health of that? Well, that's where this purple line here comes into play, which is the famous 50-period simple moving average. Keyword there being moving. So as time goes by, this line is just going to continue to move its way upwards and look something like that. So again, if you just want the big picture, very cut and dry way to measure the health of the move, simply put, as long as the price is above that purple line going forward, the bulls are in full control, full health, no questions asked. Now, what about areas of resistance? Pretty straightforward at this point in time, and I'm just going to talk about one level of resistance, and I'll explain that in a second. But right up here at about 67 cents, you can see several times today the price tried to get up above it and just couldn't quite do it. But the reason I'm just talking about one level of resistance is, in my opinion, breaking levels of resistance, not a huge priority right now. Top priority for the chart is just build higher bases, go through healthy consolidations. Because as you can see, when the price is getting higher and higher in terms of lows, the long-term chart just continues to take care of itself. So the name of the game is building those higher bases. So we'll see how this all unfolds next week. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.